Alright guys, so this is it from A-Long. We're on our way to go find the camp spot. We got the truck, 2 trailers, a Yukon, and all the dogs with us. Hey Pinky, you wanna say hi? No, you don't understand what's going on, do you? So, here we go, we're heading out. We're leaving, it's raining a little bit. We're gonna go find our campsite and set up, get some tarps hung and everything else. So everything's going well so far. We got Katie in the Yukon, like I said, pulling the camper. This is her first time towing with the Yukon, let alone the first time taking that camper out. So she says she's feeling comfortable with it. That's good. Did just pass Slessie Road there. We were coming up to Slessie Park. We'll be on the left hand side. We got the river there with the bridge. You can see whitewater rafters on.
Craig, are you on the radio?
So yeah, right here is that the first wooden bridge, the Chilliwack River. Very slick bridge some days. You can come over it a little too quick. The climbing starts, so we'll see. You guys can't tell me going for a drive to go camping in an area like this. Look at that. I mean, yeah, it's raining a little bit, but look at that surroundings. Look at your nature around you. I noticed Allison Pool's gates open. Someone must have rented it.
There's also a shit ton of campers in there.
Yeah, probably a big May long party. So out around here, there's a set of caves. Chilliwack Caves are called. And it's a short little walk off the road, and it's just a little pull out on the side coming up here right before the correction center. And the caves are actually really cool. I've been there once. I do plan on going back, and I'll bring you guys with me. We'll film it a little bit. It's a nice little adventure, something to do in the Fraser Valley. They are tight. The caves themselves can be tight to get through, a couple of them. The main one or two, you can fully walk through it. Yeah, I mean, you gotta hunch over, but I didn't scrape my back or nothing. They're cool, there's something to do, so it's something to look into if you guys are interested in doing that kind of stuff. And we're coming up to the second wooden bridge here. This one is very bad. When you pull up to it, you can see the wood's actually on an angle compared to the road. And I've seen cars hit the barriers on this bridge. So, again, if you guys ever come up to Chilliwack Lake area, just take your time over these bridges. They're terrible out here. I've seen boards come up. I've seen cars slide on them. So we're doing a bit of a hill here. This is the first big climb with the Sonoma being loaded with a loaded down trailer. I don't know if you can hear the exhaust there singing. I got the back vent window open. We're doing about 2,500 RPM at 45 kilometers an hour up this hill. So she's definitely earning her keep. Sorry. So yeah, she's definitely earning her keep this weekend. We're pushing the old girl. Pushing both of them. Even the Yukon, this is the test for it, because we've had a couple issues in the past with that. Coming back from Kamloops and Merritt, we've had brakes lock up on us. We've had radiator blow out up on the coke out of the snow shed. So this is a good little shakedown for us going into summer. We've tinkered on both vehicles a little bit, so it's a great little, just prepare yourselves kind of drive, right? Especially for the Sonoma, we're using her, and definitely needs to get worked a little bit more. It burns up that carbon out of the motor. As you guys don't remember, this is a junkyard motor and transmission, so we don't know what to expect with it at the end of the day. I mean, what else do? You just drive it and enjoy it, right? But look at that view, you guys. Look straight ahead. That is awesome. I love these kind of roads. Straight road. You got forest on you. But you got sky right now, but when the clouds are gone, you see the mountains. And it's an amazing stretch of the road to drive. I do want to remind you guys, though, even though you're out in the mountains here in Chilliwack on this back road heading to the lake, be respectful. There is still homes up here. There is private property. You do have a lot of campers on the side of the road as well. So the speed limit here is 80. We're coming up actually right to a sign now. You guys can see that. 80 kilometers an hour. I mean, people do fly down here at 120, 160 all day long. But there's a lot of wildlife out here as well. On this road, on this stretch, coming up to the prison, I personally have seen 3 cougars, 4 or 5 bears, and I don't even know how many deer. So keep that in mind. There is wildlife out here, there's private properties out here, and there's a lot of roadside campers. So we're just coming up to the caves now. This is something, like I said, I will do another video on the caves for you guys. So there's a turnout to the left here. You can see the stop sign going by. That is where you park for the caves. Now, if you pass it like we just did, you're going to come up straight through here and go around a bend. That is the Ford Correction Center, I believe it's called. You'll see it here. We're going to bring it up. If you hit that, you have gone too far. You can't miss that sign. So it's a nice little drive. It's a nice walk. It gives you a lot of activity. There's water there. You got the lake there. Yeah, see here we got the correctional center sign to the left, and then another wooden bridge. But yeah, if you guys go there, you got not the lake. Sorry, like I said earlier, you got the creek. So you got a creek, a river, whatever you want to call it, and oh, that was slick. I just slid a little bit. So you do have that, but all in all, it's a very nice little spot to get to. I do recommend doing it. You got Chipmunk FSR to the left here. So you got tons of opportunity out here. So here we're coming up to Riverside Campground on the right hand side. You'll see the sign here, it says Riverside. And then the driveway for it is just past that right here. That's a very nice little site too, if you want to do the whole government thing. We are actually going behind that a little bit. So we're going down the FSR with this weekend. We're hoping that we get a spot. Now it is RR12, if anyone is curious of what radio channel to use when you're out here. So you got back-to-back 2 bridges. You're gonna just have to take it slow again. It's rough. Back when we had the flooding a couple years ago there, this did have a washout just past this bridge, I believe, coming up here. So it's definitely a nice area. It's not forgotten about. It is a very busy area. You have a few different sites that are right on the water edge and everything, so something to keep in mind. Again, you got a lot of wildlife out here. Katie and I went camping out here when we first started dating, and we had Dynamite, and we've only had him for a little bit, 6 or 7 months I'd say, and came out, and he's actually the one that told us we were being stalked by a cougar. So we were watching, he was looking around the camp, and he was doing circles around us, telling us, hey, over here, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and he was starting to growl and bark. And he's just a Boston, so for him that was uncommon. And we heard something in the bush, started packing up, and within 15 minutes we were out of there. We pulled out of the campsite, and there it was looking at us down the road, just 500 yards from our campsite. So we personally always like to have a dog with us. It's a big safety thing. Their senses are way better than ours. Show you guys what the road's looking like now here. I'm gonna ask Katie how she's doing with this. Doing all good? Hearing any bad noises?
No, I'm good.
All right. You want to go R12 now?
Yeah.
I believe I pre-programmed it for you. Taking it slow again. She's never towed with the Yukon. It's a low trailer, got a lot of weight in it for the trailer itself, and it's still legal. Just we're maxing it out, I feel, for the edge of it. And the Sonoma's packed right down, the trailer's loaded down, so slow and steady, right? I mean, you guys can see how this road is well used, and it does get muddy. But you can see what I mean when there's a lot of people that come here. You can see the roads getting torn up from people driving a little more reckless than what they need to. So we're at 1 kilometer in. I mean, I personally really enjoy these kinds of roads. I don't know about you guys, but to me this is calming. Towards the center, not the right. That is really tacky. I started to spin. Yeah, we're now at 2K in, and look how the scenery changes. Isn't this cool? I love this. This is something as a community we need to work on and clean up. This campsite was not clean. It needed a fair bit of pickup to be safe for our animals. We picked up tires, broken lawn chairs, lots more on this site. Look at this river, guys. We're gonna come here in the summertime once it warms up. I mean, you're 2 feet deep here probably. It's a nice still river for the dogs playing. Throw a little dinghy out, tie it off to some trees here, some trees there, a little inner tube, and just sit there and float in the river when it's hot. I mean, I think that'd be fun, don't you? I mean, look at that. Beautiful river. Pink could not be happier to be on this road. Look at this. She loves doing these walks, going camping. So this is the setup we've ended up with at this point. Oh, there's dynamite in the window. And I got the Sonoma parked up on the hillside there. I do recommend bringing good tarps that don't leak so you're not patching with garbage bags. Alright guys, we're just taking the dogs out for a quick walk. And this is one of the trails that we've come into just on the other side of the river, the campsite. We got Pink here, doing pink things. So you can actually see, that is my buddy's 4Runner who showed up. And you can see the blue Sonoma sitting there, right there. Sorry, that won't be the Sonoma. That is my other buddy's Honda CRV. They're a lifted CRV. There we go. So you can see 4Runner, the Yukon, and CRV. Ah, there it is. There's the good old Sonoma. Look at this though. Pinky. Yeah. We did end up needing to go get more firewood. You don't realize how muddy and thick the road is until you bring the trailer back to camp. You can see just over an inch thick of mud plastered to the front of it, slowly sliding off like it was. This is something different. You don't see it all the time. Alright guys, so weekend's over. We're making our way home. It's raining now, so we made it through. Went out, got a little more firewood, and had a good time with some buddies. So give you guys a little view of what the road looks like now with the rain after the weekend. There's a lot of really soupy spots up here. We went out with the trailer, got some firewood. I'll post a picture. Found a clear cut 10-15 minutes up the road and grabbed some wet wood. It burns. It burns. It just doesn't burn very well. That is super tacky here. I can feel it sliding around. Alright, big washout here. Water all over the road. Take it slow through here, Katie. There's a big puddle.
Jesus fuck.
That dam broke, looks like. So water's running to the road now.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually really happy with how the weekend went. We had a bunch of tarps hung up. We hung up a bunch of tarps. We stayed dry, so stayed dry. I had a fire going. It's a deep puddle there too. Stayed to driver.
I was gonna say you want to use the muddiest part.
Well, of course I did. Someone has to show you how bad it is so you know where you got to take the Yukon.
Excuses.
No. Yukon Denali. You gotta keep that thing in good shape. Keep it in good shape so we're going camping with it on an FSR. She babies that car. That is her vehicle. She always wanted one. I ended up selling my tracker to get her to that, so we got a good deal on it. It's high K, but I mean it runs amazing. Being all-wheel drive with the 6-liter, it's a fun little truck. I was surprised this weekend. It was May long and the rain scared everyone away. I mean, there was a lot of spots taken when we came up, but not a lot of people came out on Friday or Saturday. We noticed it was fairly quiet, so it was nice. Can't be afraid of a little rain. Have a good time. Bring lots of tarps, and always clean up your garbage. We cleaned up after some people that camped there, I guess, over the last 2 weeks. So picked up some old chairs that they broke, left behind, things like that. Bunch of nails and screws. Your typical pallet fire, I guess, right? So guys, just want to say thanks for watching, and if anyone's interested, we camped out on heading towards Chilliwack Lake, riverside campground. We turned in where they are, and down in that area there's tons of river and creek side camping. If you're not worried about water, there's tons of other sites up there as well. I will say we were, I guess, roughly 3K where we camped. It's a big spot. There's always quads, always dirt bikes, always traffic up that way. So keep that in mind if that's something that bothers you. Yeah, I mean, it was a great weekend all in all. And yeah, it was a little wet, but like I said, you gotta be prepared for that. You gotta be willing to deal with it, and you'll have a good time. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.